It's Amadia, the mother of wizards.
Lord Duna, short and proud. And you passed Lady Zor's Stissa. I must commend you on your reptile.
Relic of the Zantetsa, the goddess of mirth, worshipped by Im, the god of the Orc.
It's Amadia, the mother of wizards.
Lord Duna, short and proud. And you passed those traits on to your people. Oh, the poor creatures. Lady Zor's...
Zantetsa, the god of the Orcs. Frogir. Relic of the humans. That's it. We're through.
What in the name of Lucian's prize pig is going on here?
This is altogether too familiar.
As the creature crawls from the sarcophagus, you hear a gasp of breath. Fane steps forward, never taking his eyes off her.
I must speak to her. It is vital. Please, stand aside.
You hear a gasp from the creature as Fane steps forward. It speaks in a hissing, clicking language that seems both completely alien and somewhat familiar. Fane raises his head and responds in the same jolting, clicking tongue. He seems to be pleading with the creature, his hands outstretched. The creature looks down at him and shrieks in rage. Her gestures are quick, strong, and violent. Whatever she said, it seems to have devastated your friend. The verbal barrage continues, but something changes within Fane. He looks up and golden light pours from his skull. When he speaks next, you understand every word, but you're not sure the words are his own.
Aetira, Aetira. I had hoped to see you turn to dust in this tomb. Alone, forgotten, with only your secrets for comfort.
Lady Amadia? You possess him? Have you fallen so far that you seek shelter within that? Does your vessel even know what you did? The war you started? The greed and avarice that saw you betray the Eternals?
The glow fades, and Fane seems to return to himself. He staggers slightly, exhausted by everything that's happened. The creature turns away from him and, panting, turns to you. The creature looks down from its perch, trembling. It crawled out of that sarcophagus as if it had forgotten how to move its limbs. It turns to you, and you see its face is covered by an intricate mask. From behind its unmoving lips, you hear a noise. It starts as a groaning, croaking chatter, but slowly becomes more distinct. It's speaking.
Me Saravel te de larontu, Shamory?
The stream of noise cuts off abruptly. After a moment, you hear a jolting, lurching voice.
It wears the face of Rallick, but speaks the tongue of beasts. How cruel. I suspected the Seven Lords won the war after they locked me here, but seeing their faces on dumb creatures, a depressing confirmation. Fascinating. So quick to anger. It has the outward appearance of one of our kind, but underneath it is so very primitive. Perhaps this is to be expected when creation is left to 7 amateurs. The king would never have been so sloppy in his work.
Deep within your soul, you feel the thing inside you stirring at the sound of the voice. You can feel its growing curiosity. The creature leans forward to get a better look at you, clucking and tutting under her breath.
It seems to be a simple form at its core, a sauce vat. A walking, unfortunately talking, sauce vat. Fascinating. I wonder how to extract the sauce from the vessel without...
She pulls back suddenly, recoiling in horror.
It is rotting. Almost imperceptibly, but it decays before my eyes. It does not even have a century left.
You hear that voice in your mind, demanding that you give it control, demanding your body obey its will.
An Eternal does not answer questions from whatever creatures happen to lumber into view, especially when there is so much to be learned about their source. What happens to it, I wonder? Does it lie in whatever ditch it falls in, as its body decays? Or... Ah, no, of course. It is harvested.
The thing thrashes against your control. You can feel it hissing that you need to let it speak, that this creature is dangerous.
To have had the technology of the Eternals and made this. How crude. Although effective in its own way. Poor creature. Created for a sole purpose, and yet so ignorant of its function. It is a tool to collect source until it is ready to be collected. Most likely by its creator. And given that face, I can well imagine who your creator may be. What a lazy way to feed one's power. And one's ego.
You start to speak, but it's too late. It breaks free, and the voice that emerges from your mouth is not quite your own.
Oh, that's better. She keeps me so cooped up in there. I'm sure you know what being cooped up is like. In fact, I know that look. You're hungry. By all means, go out and eat your fill. But you will leave this one alone. She's mine.
Interesting. Evil hidden by the primitive. Minds stacked like nesting dolls. Your request is noted and ignored. The Seven Lords sealed me in this tomb, and I will need my strength if I am to retrieve the Aetheran and have my revenge.
Ha! The Aetheran? The God-Slayer? It's a myth. It was a myth when I was still new to this world.
The Void? It's breached the veil? But that means... No. Not even the Seven Lords would have been so cruel. They would hardly have fed my lord to the Void. Regardless, I must get out of here. I have a duty to fulfill. As for you, you monstrosity, you were designed to be defective. You were built to die. And I rather think it is time you fulfilled your function. But do not fear. I shall put your sauce to good use.
The air suddenly feels thick, like it's grown musty after concealing a lie for so long.
They lied to me. But of course, a fallen Eternal would say that. Perhaps the gods had their reasons.
Sun shines, gods lie. Where there's power, there's corruption. Had anyone here truly expected anything else?
I wonder what they did in life to deserve such a resting place.
Just when I think this land holds... Still, at least this is an interesting variation on Dismal. I could be worse. I mean, I could have spent several millennia in the clutches of the Void, so... The Eternals. They're not gone. Or, they are. But they're not dead. They're in the Void. The Seven threw them to the Void. They damned them to that. To an eternity of torment. And they did it in my name. They did it because of me. Aren't I? If you open the gate and let a mad dog loose, are you not responsible if it savages a child? I gave them my research on the Veil. I gave them a prize to snatch from the king. Worse, I gave them a weapon to use against their own people. The source of the Veil would have made them unimaginably powerful, and their theft left enough of a crack for the Void to pour in. Every wickedness visited on my people. Every evil that stalks this land. It was my fault. That is a surprising spurt of logic from one of your kind. I cannot sit here and just wish for death. I must carry on. For my people. For my family. My loved ones may be gone. The Seven may be corrupt, but I remain. The last true eternal must survive. And perhaps, just perhaps, I can find a way to bring my people back.
Fane grips you by the arm, his hands strong.
Come, Godwoken. There is work to be done. Just when I think this land holds still. At least this is an interesting variation. I always thought my path was laid out. Become divine. Preserve what's left of your people. It was such an easy narrative. But what if you could do more? What if you could save them all? And worse, what if you had all that power, but they were not worth saving? I don't know. Tell me, what would you do?
Fane nods slowly, lost in thought.
You're not entirely wrong. Then again... Thank you. I will have to think on this. Do what you want. What does it matter? My people are gone. Worse than gone. It's all pointless. It has been unlike anything I ever imagined. To explore this world with you, to see this world through your eyes, even metaphorically. Well, it has been a privilege.
you again. Any luck in old Lady Surrey's tomb?
He places his hand on the artifact, and it drones in its strange language. Adan, Shvalon Dumora Vavor Rivelis, Awanu Ari, Demchu Shan. The object continues. Sarden Menia Veet Feln, Dom Drisval Veet Evdekais.
It's true then. Anathema. Within reach. Tell me, is this all there was? There weren't any other curios in there? Ah, I just remembered why I prefer to work alone. Very well. This is the hand grip of the fabled anathema. A sword capable of annihilating anyone, even a divine. Imagine it, holding in your hand a force that could wipe away sun and shadow. A sword of life and death, miracle and sin. A sword... I can restore anathema to working condition, but this is only half of it. We still need the blade. How fortunate that the hilt has already told us where to find it. Blood Moon Island. Isle of Vaults, yada yada yada, Priest Surrey, and so on and so forth. Wow. And it even revealed an exact location. I'll mark it on your map. An exorcised demon living in a sword of glass. The hilt was brought here by one of the many Surreys. Not surprised. None of them sound too bright. I can't imagine having even half a demonic sword around was very healthy for that feeble-minded family. They probably winced whenever a black cat came around. Well, you may not always have the smarts, but you've sure got the spirit. Blood Moon Island awaits, my friend. It's a bit of a jaunt, but this gives me time to prepare my workspace. We'll catch up on the Lady Vengeance, yes?
Tarquin doesn't wait for an answer. His attentions are already turned elsewhere.
turned on us or just lost its mind.
He looks up from his map.
Your war owl came. I confess, I had no idea just how grave the situation had come to be. The Black Ring back, for all that's holy. I've informed Lord Kem in Arx. Thank you sincerely for your service.
He tosses you a pouch.
It's all there. You have your money and my gratitude with it.